On today's program, in the heading, soon on screen, Tom Cruise will appear again in the continuation of the series of the action-adventure Mission Impossible. A concert of the world star King of Flamenco, Joaquin Cortes, took place in Almaty. See the story in the program Art Event. And in our program On the Frontline, we will talk about the patriotic actions in the Day of Kazakh National Dress, organized by the International Public Foundation Heritage of Nomadic Life. And the hero of today's Master Has It is Alina Agai, Decoupage artist who will talk about her craft. Soon on screen is the fifth part of the movie series Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation. The adventure-action film directed by Christopher McQuarrie, the continuation of the film Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. The main role in the film is played by Tom Cruise. The plot revolves around Agent Ethan Hunt. When their unit is broken up, he and his team become out of work. But at the same time, there appeared a syndicate, an international network of highly skilled special agents and assassins, hunting down the team for a long time. They're called Rogues. They set a goal, the establishment of a new world order, and for this purpose they are ready to hold a series of devastating attacks. Teaming up with a discredited British agent, Lisa Faust, Ethan with the team starts the most impossible mission, realizing that they cannot even trust themselves. The principal photography took place in Austria, the UK, Morocco, and Monaco, and lasted from August 2014 to March 2015. The film also stars Jeremy Renner, Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, and Rebecca Ferguson. The performance of the world star King of Flamenco, Joaquin Cortes, where he presented his new passionate, emotional, and incendiary show, Gypsy, took place in Almaty. Today, Joaquin Cortes is the most famous and popular flamenco dancer in the world. He has his own innovative style, a mix of flamenco, classical ballet, and jazz. Along with Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, and other stars, he's participated at the last Oscar award ceremony. Flamenco is a way of life for me. It's my way, how I feel the world. Together with the master of flamenco, Almaty was visited by a large number of musicians and dancers. The Universal Creative Team presented a show of European quality, and the latest audio-visual effects created an effect of full presence, involving every viewer in the story of the grand performance. The concert was very enchanting, full of passion and energy and fire. Indeed, Joaquin Cortes is a world-class star. He did his best. He lightened the whole audience, and the audience greeted him very well. The concert was very interesting as well because it involves not only elements of flamenco, but also elements of classical ballet and jazz. So the concert was varied, multifaceted, and we were able to see the beauty of dance and music. This is my first time here in Kazakhstan. We have just gotten off the plane, and it's very nice how we were accepted here. We've seen wonderful mountains, fresh air, and a warm welcome. Of course, I would like to learn more and plunge into the culture. I love Kazakhstan. I hope we will have time for sightseeing after the concert. The artist has put his heart and soul and personal experience into the show Gypsy. Kazakh dance lovers have a unique opportunity to see this great live show. Joaquin Cortes' concert in Almaty has become one of the most prominent ones of the year. The nationwide action, Day of Kazakh National Dress, organized by the International Public Foundation, Heritage of Nomadic Life, in conjunction with the Museum of Kazakh Folk Musical Instruments, was held in Almaty. Today we will talk about the works of this patriotic event, as well as trace the path of development and the transformation of national dress of our ancestors into the colorful and casual clothes that meet with latest fashion trends. This nationwide initiative was designed to unite all people in our country. Today we want to show the dignity of our people, their national dress and handicrafts made of leather and wood. This day should be remembered by all of Kazakhstan, since it was a people's initiative, and it was prepared by all of Kazakhstan. Today everybody dresses in traditional costumes at home, at work, and at parties. Currently you can see works by masters of the International Public Foundation, Heritage of Nomadic Life. The clothing is modern and designed for everyday use. Also, here you can see the works of the masters of needlework made of leather, wood, and other materials. The Museum of Musical Instruments has an exhibition of national clothes and, of course, applied arts of Kazakh people. Organized by the International Public Foundation, the Heritage of Nomadic Life. The main purpose of this exhibition is to popularize the national dress among our people. In honor of the Day of Kazakh National Dress, we have conducted this exhibition, as well as conducted ethnic concerts by ethnographic folklore ensemble Turan. This ensemble is characterized by the fact that each participant plays a few musical instruments, and each of them is a multi-instrumentalist. The ensemble promotes folk Kazakh music and ancient traditions of the Kazakh people, like guttural singing, ancient musical instruments as well, like the kobus. It means that we popularize these instruments that have been forgotten. I was impressed with the costumes designed for current days. I really like the interior of the exhibition. I like the organization of it, since this initiative was supported by so many people. Also, here you can see that pictures are very interesting, as well as ancient musical instruments. Actually, I have very positive emotions. A person can plunge into the history and traditions of the people and touch them. Here, everyone can find something different, something special and suitable for them in their spirit. I have very positive feelings, and I want to say thank you to everyone. This is a very important thing in the educational point of view for our future and for our new generation. Also, our elder generation and our grandfathers and grandmothers are very pleased to see how the grandchildren wear their clothes. Today we will get acquainted with a very ancient art form, decoupage. This is a technique of decorating various items based on applying drawing and pictures or ornaments to the object and varnishing the composition for safety and durability. Decoupage originates back to the Middle Ages. As a form of art, it was first mentioned in the late 15th century in Germany, where the carved images were used to decorate furniture. This technique became very popular in France in the 17th century. Decoupage was a passion for such famous figures as the Queen of France, Marie Antoinette, Lord Byron, Matisse, and Picasso. Today, the hero of our program, Alina Agai, a decoupage artist, will tell us about her wonderful craft. I've been fascinated with decoupage for a long time. It started with a story when I accidentally injured my bag. It was a new bag, so I started looking on the internet as to how I could decorate it to cover it up. And quite by chance, I came across decoupage. I bought a variety of materials to work with. In general, it was a story about how I began to use decoupage. Then, according to the instructions, I decorated my bag. So that was the beginning of my fascination with decoupage. Next, I got more interested in technique, so I decided to try it on a variety of boxes, on wood and glass, and even metal. This technique is quite simple, and actually I was good at it. To produce beautiful boxes, you need various materials. First, there is a paint which you create the background with. It must have a good surface to wipe and lay smoothly. Then there are different techniques of laying wipes. There can be methods of the filing or just laying on of a brush. For me, the most appropriate method is a filing one, because to wipe you can get unstuck and torn while soaking. It's the most delicate moment. The wipe must be laid as cleanly as possible and then covered with glue or varnish. You can use 4-ply wipes with a beautiful pattern in the decoupage. The main thing is that all the layers must be removed and only the very thin one on the top must be left. Only then can you get a picture as if it was painted with paint. There are different techniques of decoupage, and the most common one is the effect of aging. There are special paints and varnishes that cause this effect. As it turns out, you can make something look 50 or even 100 years old. This is up to you how you want to do it. The difficulty then arises when laying on a wipe of an object. It must be placed as carefully as possible in a slick way, because when the wipe is wet, it can be crumpled or torn, stretched, and then you can break it, and then you get nothing. Most of all, I love working with wood, because when you lay a wipe down on wood, it looks more harmonious, especially with the effect of aging. Then it is even difficult to say when it was made. Now decoupage has become a very common thing, and it does not create difficulties in searching for devices. There are a lot of fairs and exhibitions where you can buy all kinds of things to see and to learn. But when I started to deal with decoupage, it was a much more difficult process because there were no specialty stores. It was less popular, and very few people knew about it. It was a very difficult thing to find the materials on hand. Today, decoupage is my hobby, and I like to do my work and give it to my friends.